Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Yanboh Marboh, set in New York and supplied to us today by Shaco 1610. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them along with a free map. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the bank robber. We're going to have a lockpick stored up in the vault loading bay so that we get a briefcase, and we will have a silenced pistol with us as well. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to make our way around the edge of the loading docks. We're going to grab our briefcase, remove the lockpick from within, and continue on to the security office where we can get ourselves a change of outfit, as running around in the bunny suit will attract quite a lot of attention. So we're just going to take out the camera above the security office there. It's not strictly necessary, I just like to do it. We're going to turn off the air conditioning, turn it back on, and that will get us the attention of one of the bodyguards from within, and we can then render him unconscious, deposit him in the canvas crate provided, and take his outfit. So before we move on, we're going to deal with the surveillance system while we're here. So we're just going to open the doors, shoot the surveillance system, and close the doors behind us. We can then move on and into the deposit box room, which is where our first target will be located. So they are just out in the corridor here, as you can see. We're going to make our way into the security deposit box room and render the occupant unconscious. She's actually fallen quite well, so we don't have to move her. We're just going to wait right here for our target to finish her conversation. When she comes in, she will spot the body, so we need to eliminate her as quickly as possible. But once she is down, we can then make our way over to the far corner. We're going to lockpick our way through the gate, and just on our left we will find a storage room, and in here, once we've lockpicked our way through the door, we will find some rat poison and a propane cylinder. So let's grab that cylinder first of all. We're going to put that in our briefcase, and then we're going to grab the rat poison before heading out and across the corridor into the IT department, and more importantly into the server room. And in here we can distract our next target, who we've already passed. They were actually in the security room, but we couldn't go in there because there are 3 other people present. So if we turn off the fuse box on the wall here, that will attract the attention of our target, and they will come to us in the server room where they will be nicely isolated. So we're just going to give him a moment to get in position before exiting out of our box. We're going to dispose of our target with a bullet to the head. They will drop a key card, and we're going to collect that up, and we can then move on to our next targets. So we're going to go back through the vault area, and we're going to grab ourselves a second propane cylinder along the way. So using our key card, we can make our way into the vault, past the security systems, the security office, up the vault stairs, and into the corridor beyond. And up here at the end of the corridor, we will find a second propane cylinder. And then once we have both the propane cylinders, we can make our way up the stairs to the manager's floor, and we're going to head around and into the rec area, or the recreation area, where our next target is located, currently watching the TV. So there she is. We're just going to place one of our propane cylinders on the coffee table right here, and then behind the sofa we can remove our second propane cylinder and make our way around the recreation room and into the corridor beyond, where we will encounter Mr. Jackson, the fired employee. We're going to place our second propane cylinder on the floor here, and then we can make our way back into the recreation area and we can prepare ourselves. So we're going to pull out our silenced pistol, turn on the photocopier. The photocopier will distract the non-target manager out of the recreation room, and once he is safely clear, we are free and clear to then put 2 quick bullets into the first propane cylinder and eliminating our next target. We managed to bounce her off of a wall, not bad. So that's going to cause a bit of panic, so while that is all happening, we are going to make our way back past Mr. Jackson and into the long corridor, and it looks like we've timed this absolutely perfectly as the janitor just moves away. And once he's in position, we're going to grab the wet floor sign from where he was mopping the floor, and when he goes back, he will forget that the floor is wet and he will slip over and knock himself out, and he will also then drop the janitor's keys, which we will casually pick up as we head past. So making our way back towards Mr. Jackson, we're just going to quickly pull out our silenced pistol. We're going to get rid of the guard. I think that we can do this without throwing the guard away, but we're just going to make sure. Better be safe than sorry. So we're going to make our way into the janitor's closet and throw the crowbar from the shelf onto the floor, and when the guard comes in to investigate, we can render him unconscious and deposit him in the closet provided. So all we have to do now is make our way back outside, and as soon as Mr. Jackson goes for a drink, which he's doing right now, we can once again put 2 quick bullets into the propane cylinder and eliminate the fired worker almost definitely permanently. So that once again will cause a bit of panic, and while that is going on, we're going to make our way up to the investment floor and into the empty cubicle. There is our final target, Mr. Gladwin, and he is just heading back out into the corridor. Now if he sees us, he's not an enforcer, but he will get spooked by us being in a guard's outfit, so we don't want him to see us. Once he vacates the area, we can then put the rat poison into the suspicious white powder in the cubicle, and when he returns, he will sample that suspicious white powder, and that will in turn make him riotously sick, and luckily enough he's in a toilet cubicle where he will be able to purge himself rather quickly. So this poison does take a little while to kick in, but once it does, Mr. Gladwin here will forget that he's in the bathroom for a moment, then realise he's in the bathroom and approach the toilet, which we can then enter into the cubicle and give him a nice cold refreshing drink. So with our last target now dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and because we have the janitor's keys, the janitor's exit will be the closest. If you haven't got the keys, the nearest available exit will be the main entrance. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.